don't know why the name didn't change, but hold on, guys. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure why it's saying Darth Vader in VR, but all right. So today I'm going to be taking you through making Sparky Sparky Boom Man from Avatar, from start to finish. We're going to make this a spell. So you pull the trigger, you shoot out the particles, and then they explode on contact, knocking the enemy away. So let's get started. One thing I'm going to do is pop out this chat right here. Hey, not Jake, what's up? Okay. First off, let's make the VFX. So I thought about it a little bit beforehand, and I talked to Duke Goliath. And what he did was he sent me this. I don't know if any of you have seen his Marvel mod, but if we check it out real quick, the mod itself has a very special... Oh, he changed the name. Or maybe the picture. It has a very special Captain America shield that I want to show you guys.
I'm Captain America. I'm a hero. And my only weapon is fucking free.
Okay.
I'm...
Can I show you it?
Wow, it's so cool to killing people by cup.
This right here, I think. So
Where is he now?
That guy is very annoying. So those particles that are getting shot out, that's what he sent me. Okay, Miso. And thank you, not Jake. I appreciate it. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be using his particles, except we're just going to be changing them a little bit in order to make this spell. So let's get into it. Now what he sent me was effects. Let's see. Not gonna lie, Lazy Bandit, I have no idea. I haven't even touched that. Ah, look at this. So these are the VFX. I gotta say, they are pretty well done. I'm guessing it runs on like a 10-second delay or something like that. So I do not like the flash of light. Let's try this again. See if we can get it going without the flash. Okay, maybe it's none of those. Is it this right here? Yeah, no kidding. It is a bit bright, isn't it? Sparky Sparky Boom Man. This is what we're making right now. Start to finish. That beam doesn't really look like it's adding anything. I'd love to know. Oh, maybe it's this itself. Probably. Yes, it is. All right. Yeah, I figure it's probably a good idea to have a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to keep it for now. But you notice what I don't like is that everything is not centered. So let's try this. Those are the short beams. Can put that back in there. This, I don't know. It does shoot a particle, but so all I'm going to be doing is reusing a little bit of the script that Genix wrote. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. But of course, Genix is pretty fantastic, as I'm sure you all know. I'll put it for testers when it's done, Wolf. So guys, just be patient. You know, honestly, what I can do, after I make this, I'm going to make a Kamehameha. Honestly, I probably should have started making that one instead. So this should be really simple. Because if we look at this, it looks grayish white for the most part. So let's see what we can do. First off, let's change some of the colors. Okay, these are white to start, which is good. I've been waiting on an actual Kamehameha mod. The other ones that were there weren't really, you know, Kamehameha. But let's see what we got. Now, I wonder. We don't want to limit the velocity. How about we do force? Or better yet, why? I don't even know why I'm doing this. Let's just add some noise to it. Yeah, you see that? How it adds a little bit of flair to it already. Let's see, what are the emissions? Oh, it's not even using a lot either. Okay. So what we want to do, let's set all of these to 0, 0, 0, like they should be. Okay, so I think I know why he had it moved over. Which is kind of dumb. I don't see why the particles aren't spawning straight ahead. But I guess that's something we can fix, right? There we go. I'm glad you brought up Kamehameha too. It is not Kamehameha. This is actually Sparky Sparky Boom Man. So we're doing this, and then the next spell after this will be an actual Kamehameha. So let's take these. And for now, let's just set them on a loop to make it easier to look at. Now what's cool about adding noise is you can change the amount of curvature in it. So let's say I wanted to do it between two constants. If I set it up like this, sometimes they'll be pretty straight, sometimes not. Now frequency is... What if we set it to 1? Why don't we set it to 1? And replay it. I'm kind of liking the way that it looks. Okay, so when it shoots out, it looks like this. I think that's pretty cool. Let's change this value to 3. Okay, so it's staying pretty straight for the most part. It's exactly what we want. All right. There is dampening. Alright, let's turn this off. So it shoots. That's what it looks like so far. Now what if we change this to 8? If we look at it, it's not going straight up now. Looks like 4 is the maximum. Okay. You know, I'm kind of liking the way that it looks right now. So for now, let's keep it like that. Okay. So now, when we shoot our particles, it will look like this. It's not bad at all. As always, make sure to keep saving it. Now let's... I do actually like the sparks right there. So let's figure out what those are. Are those the waves? They are not. Okay, so we don't need the waves, so we can get rid of that. Are we doing the particle revolver? Yes, we are. Huh. Interesting that he decided to make it a negative value. I don't think I've seen anybody do that before. What I'd normally do is set the force over lifetime and use it to do that. But based on this, I'm going to add some noise to it too. No, I got Unity for free. I would not pay for it. There we go. Add a little bit of variation to it. if we turn off trails, it's just those. So you know what? There we go. That's looking pretty cool. Now, why is it pink? Thank you, Humane. I appreciate that. Okay. Alright, so we got these beams, right? The beams look pretty great. So if we set this to be this. Now, I'm not so sure why everything is moved over. But that should be fine. So you know what we can do? Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. Okay, so if we change this, fire particle meteor. That's a bit interesting. I don't know why he's using that, but let's change the radius to be a little bit smaller. So let's do 0.5. So now when we shoot these particles out, they're not as widespread as before. What if we did 0.1? That'd probably be even better. Okay. So now you pull the trigger, you wait a second, and it explodes. So let's see. Let's take the sound.
The Avatar's alive. I want you to find him and end him.
Sokka, watch out!
Okay, looks like we're probably going to be taking a different sound because all of these sounds have the maybe this is. Huh. Okay. So you know what? I'm okay with these particles. I think they look pretty decent. And I'm going to use previous sounds. But besides that, it should be fairly easy. Might be a good idea, Bird Gamer. So you know what we should do first, though? Let's make a save for it. Sparky Sparky Boom Man. SSBM. That's what we're calling it. And let's just make sure. Okay, everything is local. That's exactly what we want. I am okay with this. So let's save it. Let's borrow this sound right here. Put it in Sparky Sparky Boom Man. Okay. Amaterasu is not perfectly done, but it's, good enough for the moment. So let's say we want to edit some sounds. Extremely easy. Put it in right here. Just drag it in and decrease it just a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we take his sound?
You end him.
I think that's a good enough sound. So what we're going to do is put it in our YouTube to MP3 converter and just take it.
I'm ordering you to stop.
Oh!
Okay, so there's a couple of decent sounds in there that we can take. Or at least try to use. Come on. So, where were we? 157. So let's have this be right here. Where were we? This right here can be our audio for when it's getting shot out. So if we take a look at it, it sounds like. And I'm okay with that. We have this. If we drag it in, we now have our sound effects. Let's set it to play on awake. It's a little bit cheating, but this is one way that I like doing it because I make sure the sound is perfect. So we can get rid of this noise. And save that. And we can add this to our explosion VFX. So start. Maybe not the best sound effects that I can get through it, but they definitely work. You guys will never get the Harem Jutsu mod. Ever. Oh, Bird Gamer. I already figured out how to get it to go out of your head. So if you check the mod showcase, you scroll up a little bit, and we have our Amaterasu. It shoots from your head. Okay. So we're done with that. Let's make a little explosion effect. Okay. You know what? Let's just take the Shibuki explosion. Which looks like that. Let's modify it just a little bit. So let's duplicate it. And we go to our Shibuki VFX. All right. Where is it? SSBM, right here. Okay. And what we can also do is, if we go to the Amaterasu, we duplicate the object and we can take it and use it right here. Oh, that's me. Alright. So we are making pretty significant progress right now, which is exactly what we're trying to do. So with our object, all we're going to be doing is putting it on right here. Okay, so let's see. The particles follow the object. So what we can do is just make the particles spawn right at the script. So that should be fairly easy. Okay. Kamehameha and all of these mods are and will be free. The only thing is that patrons get a first shot at them because they do support the channel. They get a bunch of other perks too, but that's beta testing the mods is one of the main perks. Okay, so we have this, so let's actually work on the script. Sparky Sparky Boom, man. Alright. 1,000 Years of Death mod. I don't know about that one. I think it might be too powerful for Blade and Sorcery. So I'm not sure if I'm going to include it. All I'm going to do is literally copy and paste my Amaterasu script and just change it up. Sparky Sparky Boom, man. Make sure to add your references. Okay, let's do it. And no errors. Perfect. Sparky Sparky Boom, man. Object. Save it. So let's delete that because I do not need it. Or this, or that. On collision, we want to spawn the effect. So, what did we name it? Sparky Sparky Boom Man Explosion VFX. They would be incredibly powerful. Okay, and we're not going to be piercing or slashing, so We can get rid of those. Okay. Alright, so it fires the projectile. Yep. Let's change this. Alright, changed our name right there. Sparky Sparky Boom and Explosion VFX. And the Explosion VFX, let's make sure to... Actually, we should probably edit the VFX, shouldn't we? Okay. Making Sparky Sparky Boom Man. Witchcraft and Wizardry has not yet been updated, but it will at some point. Okay. Okay, so... what we can do, easy peasy, is... Did I already attach the sound to it? So we can change the start audio to this. Okay, so sound effects are done. All we need to do is have these VFX just to test to see if they actually work. It's going to be a pain to edit those in there, so I guess it's going to be a pain to do this everywhere. Hold on. That's a little better. Alright. So we've got this. Let's actually put them a little bit closer to each other. Okay. Let's keep it at burst spread. Now does it converge on the target? That's cool. Okay, so let's just delete that, drag it in. Okay. And I give credit where credit is due. This was made by Aya. This explosion part of the script. He is pretty amazing. You should definitely check out his mods. But yeah, guys, I think we're pretty done here, to be honest with you. Let's just name something. So, Sparky Sparky Boom Man. Explosion. Okay. Difficult part is going to be all the Jasons. So, you know what? So we got our explosion in there. Let's see what else we got. When it collides, just for myself to make sure that I know everything works. Yeah, it should be it. Alright, let's build our script. Okay, perfect. Now what we're going to be doing is quite literally copy and pasting Amaterasu. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't do? Let's see. Let's keep this for now. You know, I've considered making the reanimation jutsu a mod, but it's going to take quite a bit of work to actually summon enemies like that. But it can 100% be done. And so I was wondering why in my Amaterasu script, why the enemy wasn't actually exploding. I forgot to include the part that lets them explode. Oof. That's a mistake on my part. But that's okay. Where were we? So what we can do real quick. It's already set up, so let's just copy and paste it. And we named it something. We named it SSBM. SSBM item. SSBM. And we did not, actually I don't even need this. We didn't include any public variables. That is correct. So we save it. There's no comma there. SSBM object. Yep, that should be it. And in the script right here, we do so. SSBM. Copy it. We do not need these custom imbues, so we can those. Explosion VFX. We need those. Just change that. Sparky Sparky Boom Man finger. As you can tell, there's nothing actually in it. It is an effect JSON with nothing actually in it, so when you pull the trigger, you don't actually see particles in your hand, which is exactly what we want. We can delete the script from it and get to work on these. SSBM icon. As you can tell, the most tedious part about making mods are these JSONs right here. And let's take the regular lightning effect JSONs. So it's not entirely necessary because they're not being used, but you know what? Just so that everything is together, let's keep it like this. Perfect. Save it. Okay, we got our finger right there, and let's make sure to turn off the imbue. Remember, keep it lowercase. Save it. Okay. So this right here is done. SSBM 0. Alright. Finger, explosion. Let's change this orb right here. One cool thing is if you want to change all of them, you do Control H. So let's just change all of these to 1.0 and all of the reds to, oh, I don't know. Let's change them to 0.66. Make sure that I typed it in properly. I did. Okay, so we have all of those JSONs. Spell SSBM Sparky Sparky Boom Man. That's all set up. We have our object all set up. Before I forget, last thing we need to change is this right here. So the naming is SSBM explosion SSBM. So paste that in. Explosion. And oh, our public variable. Let's change that. Might be a good idea. Okay. So when it collides with the environment, it will explode. This should be done for the most part. On version 1. Yeah, guys, I think we set everything up properly. So you know what the last thing to do is? We go to our scripts. Well, after, we still need to build it, but Sparky Sparky Boom Man. Drag in our build script right there. Now we build it, and it will be done and perfect in-game. And just because I don't want to have to rename everything, I'm not going to build it just yet for you guys on stream. But what I will say is, for those of you watching, I'm very happy to have had you guys watch me make this mod, because it is, I believe, 99% done. If you haven't already, there is a link below to my Patreon where you can download beta mods. You can get access to a whole lot of stuff like these beta mods, early video releases, Unity packages to download to make your modding life easier, a whole lot of stuff. And I actually just created a new membership. So, if we go to our tiers right here, anyone that becomes a super fan from now on will get a personal shout out in every single one of my videos, as long as you're a super fan. So just added this. We currently do not have anybody, but if any of you would like to do it, please go ahead. If you also like the stream, there is a link below to my Discord server as well. We are currently at over 450 members, which I think is incredible. And I actually just reached over over 500. Where's my YouTube? Can I watch my own stream? That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. Can I watch my own stream? Okay, so for those of you watching, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming, and have a good day. Okay, so for those of you watching, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming, and have a